Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Matt Hummel.
And I'm Storm Hartman. Happening now, the jury selection for a Jamestown man charged with murder is underway.
Plus, a city man receives a hefty prison sentence after setting a woman on fire back in 2017. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is standing by with a first look at our weather. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Storm and Matt, and it's nice to see Storm up there on the anchor desk today. As we take a look at First Defense Doppler, we have nothing going on across the southern tier. It is mainly going to be a dry early afternoon, but yeah. Hope you enjoy it because more snow is a-coming, and we'll talk about this a little bit later on. As we take a look at the watches and warnings, the National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory for much of western New York. That starts pretty much now, and it will be in place until 4 a.m., and this is for lake-in-hand snow. Again, there's a few patches of open water near Long Point, and that's going to be just enough to drive a couple of lake-effect snow showers throughout the day, and especially tomorrow. 15 more days to go until the first day of spring, and we're all homing in on that. Temperatures this morning, we're down to the single digits. We're going to recover slightly into the teens, about 15, 16 for the high. We should be near 40 this time of the year. We're not going to see that anytime today, and again, the snow will continue throughout the afternoon hours. We'll talk about the snow totals plus spring may be on the horizon. We'll talk about it with that Brotherhood Property Maintenance 7-day a little bit later on in the show. Storm and Matt.
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you, sir. Jury selection is underway in Chautauqua County Court for the Jamestown man charged with second-degree murder in the July shooting of Willie Mishishima. Jamestown police say that Wagoner shot and killed Mishishima with a single gunshot wound to the head at a Livingston Avenue address. Wagoner was indicted in August on the murder charge. He remains in Chautauqua County Jail on $1 million bail. Now, arguments for the case will start following the completion of jury selection. Chautauqua County District Attorney Patrick Swanson will be the prosecutor in this case, while Public Defender Ned Barone will represent Wagoner.
And the Cattaraugus County Sheriff's deputies say they arrested a Massachusetts man who was allegedly on his way to kill his ex-wife in Colorado during a traffic stop Sunday on I-86 in the town of Allegheny. Deputies say Ronald Chubb is charged as being a fugitive from justice. Chubb was arrested without incident, arraigned, and remanded to Cattaraugus County Jail without bail. Chubb will appear in Cattaraugus County Jail without bail.
The Jamestown man who admitted to hanging his pit bull was sentenced to serve 1 year in Chautauqua County Jail. 48-year-old Robert Overton Jr. pled guilty in January to a charge of aggravated animal cruelty, which carries a maximum sentence of 2 years in county jail. Now, Chautauqua County DA Patrick Swanson previously told us that the laws should be tougher on animal abuse. Overton Jr. will be the first person to be placed on the Chautauqua County Animal Abuse Registry. He was arrested in 2018, just 1 day after admitting to us that he hung his dog.
And a city man who pled guilty to lighting a woman on fire back in 2017 was sentenced to 21 years in state prison yesterday in Chautauqua County Court. That according to Chautauqua County DA Patrick Swanson. 38-year-old Luis Castro Mojica was also sentenced to 5 years of post-release supervision for a charge of first-degree assault. He was originally charged following a December 2017 domestic dispute on Thayer Street here in the city of Jamestown. Swanson says that he hopes that the family can find closure. In a statement, he also thanked law enforcement and his prosecutor, Lynn Schaefer, for the work on the case. Castro Mojica originally faced a maximum sentence of 25 years in jail. When he pled guilty earlier this year, Swanson told us that Judge David Foley made a sentencing commitment of 18 to 21 years.
Yeah, and, just looking back at those cases, Storm, because we have a few minutes here. First, I want to talk about the Wagoner trial. I mean, that's something that, has been long in the talks. Originally was supposed to start in February, but there's a lot going on in Mayville right now.
Right.
So they adjourned that to March, and that's where we are right now. Not sure, of course, how long jury selection will take. We've noticed here that sometimes jury selection can take a day or two. Other times, as we saw in the Leland Brees case a couple of months ago, Storm, jury selection could take a while. So we don't know for certain. All we will know, or what we know, is that we will have you covered on that, and we'll let you know when arguments start. Now, shifting gears, Storm. I mean, you remember being a community member, the Robert Overton case.
Oh yeah, that was towards like the end of our statement there. And honestly, I don't think I've seen any of our viewers more fired up about a story. I mean, I even saw yesterday, I think it was a New Leash on Life had shared our story saying that, you know, finally he got you know, some form of sentencing done in that case, especially since he come forward and said, yeah, I did this.
Now, here's the thing too, Storm. I know a lot of people have talked about, you know, they want to see more. They want to see more, because the maximum sentence was 2 years, and that's according to what's called the Agriculture and Markets Law. Now, in case people may not be familiar, there's two separate types of laws in New York State. There's the penal code, which deals with most of your criminal offenses, and then you have agriculture and markets. Right. So that's why in this particular case with Overton, he received, well, in this case, a 1-year sentence in county jail. Your maximum sentence is 2 in county jail. So that's where the law stands. Patrick Swanson, district attorney for Chautauqua County, he says there should be, you know, there should be tougher punishment, but given the what the law says currently right now, they received what they received. And moving real quickly, Storm, to the Luis Castro Mojica case, I know a lot of people in the past, because he pled guilty in January, when that announcement happened, people wondered why there wasn't an indictment for attempted murder. Well, here's the thing. I've been told that it carries the same weight, and you can find on the penal code online that a first-degree assault charge carries a maximum of 25 years in prison. Same with attempted murder. So it's the same punishment, just different charges, and a lot of that could be based on burden of proof. I know there's a lot of, you know, different things when it comes to each crime. So the sentences carry the same weight. And that's why we were where we were with that. And
I think a lot of clarity will come with people once they this, like, people just don't quite understand how the law necessarily works. We've got a lot of people who just like think, oh, well, this is a bad thing. It should have this happen to it. Well, there's different laws set in place, and obviously prosecutors know which is more likely to get them a conviction, and if it's going to give them the same amount of time, then they're probably going to go for something that doesn't sound as harsh, so that they're much more likely to maybe plead guilty.
Absolutely. And Storm, do we have any comments real quick here? I don't think.
Yeah, I'll pull them up.
Yeah. Let's see who's in right now. I'll tell you what, we're going to check on that, and we'll talk after break. I think is what our producers are telling us. But coming up, a famous wrestler has passed away. We'll have the details.
Family is so important to Michael and I. Both of our families attend this church. So March 15th is going to be a night that, you know, we're welcoming people. It's not church. It's a family night, we're calling it. It's fun. We're going to have activities for the children. We're going to have music. We're going to have refreshments. There's like something for everyone.
All the churches that I've ever been in, I've been in church since I was a little baby, all the way up until now. This church has the most love in it that I've ever experienced.
So like our Facebook page, New Hope Church on Facebook.
We also have a website,
yeah.
newhopejamestown.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
When I'm streaming and I'm talking to my community, we have that literally split-second interaction. If somebody says hello, I say hello right back immediately, and it kind of creates that connection. Because like my subscribers and my followers, we pretty much go by Re-Ups Army. All the hate and everything that goes around, that's kind of like our mission statement, is just be positive and enjoy each other's time. It's more or less just trying to use the internet in a positive way. Like, we all from around the world get to connect on the same level, which is, you know, we all love video games. Mixer.com/Re-Up. I'm live every single day, 8 p.m.
Parks, historic sites, campgrounds, and trails are considered great gems by tourist officials and travelers alike. And in 2018, more people visited them than ever before. Now, the parks and sites welcomed a record-breaking estimate 74 million visitors in 2018. This milestone marks 7 years of steady visitor growth and represents an overall increase of 28%, which is just over 16.2 million visitors since 2011. Cuomo says that state parks are crucial to the state's tourist economy. In addition, New York State Parks saw the total visitation increase by 4% from the year prior. Now, for more on this story, please visit our website at WNYNewsNow.com.
The Erie to Chautauqua Cattaraugus BOCES has secured an Empire State Development grant of nearly $505,000. The award will fund the development of a health and careers academy and training center. BOCES Superintendent David O'Rourke says the healthcare sector will see an increase in the healthcare workforce that is in high demand. More than 2,025 students are expected to enroll annually in academy-related programming, Opportunities will expand those looking to become a home health aide, certified nursing assistant, licensed practical nurse, and more.
For most anyone who has been a fan of professional wrestling, certain names stand out, and King Kong Bundy was one of them. Bundy died at age 61 yesterday, that according to his promoter David Harrow. He posted the news on Facebook saying today that, quote, "We lost a legend and a man I consider family." Now, Bundy, his real name was Christopher Palace, made his World Wrestling Federation debut back in 1981. He was a huge giant of a man who leaves behind family, friends, and countless fans. Bundy's biggest match, of course, was a WrestleMania cage match with Hulk Hogan, which Bundy did lose. And, you know, speaking, Storm, I don't really know wrestling too much, but from what our Rory Polero told me over the phone today, must have been a very well-known guy.
Oh, yeah, he was a bit of a beast. I mean, I didn't get much into wrestling, but anybody that's going to be put in a ring with Hulk Hogan and give some form of an actual, like, competition is definitely okay in my book. Those guys definitely put themselves under a lot of stress, too. You see a lot of these guys, you know, unfortunately dying at a very young age just because they want them to get so big and be able to take so many kind of hits. It's just a lot of stress on the body.
Right, you are, Storm, and again, our condolences to his family.
All right, right here we do have some community comments coming in. Yes, I do apologize for my sound earlier. That was my fault on a producer end here.
But good work, Storm, on picking that up.
We're pulling it up.
Yes.
We're going to keep the show rolling here. We've got hello to Danielle Derby, hello Tammy Jester, hello Tammy Clement. All you guys, please continue to watch our show here.
And scrolling up, Storm, on the comments, there was a question from Danielle. Scroll down. Right there. Danielle Derby asks, has anything been said about the body that was found last night? Somebody else in the comments said the guy had a medical condition and passed. Yes, I spoke to Chautauqua County Sheriff Jim Quattrone over the phone this morning. He didn't get into specifics other than saying that, you know, there was an unattended death, and so at this point, nothing suspicious out there in Ellington. We, of course, if anything changes, we'll keep you updated. And yeah, again, I know a couple people have been commenting about some audio issues. Mr. Storm Hartman took care of that relatively quickly, might I add. So, good job, Storm.
Thanks.
Are you happy to be back?
I'm extremely happy to be back. You know, this job is stressful in the mornings, but it's definitely good to come on camera and reunite with the audience without messing up.
And here's a bit of background for those of you that don't know Storm Hartman. We met, me, you, and Justin, who's on vacation, met what, in 2017?
Well, we actually met back right before you guys started this.
Okay, so before
Yeah.
okay. So but you started working with us in 2017. Yeah. You did some tech stuff, transitioned you onto the show, so you have experience with both. And you know, you moved on to some other opportunities, great opportunities, might I add. But you were available this week. Always available. And here's the thing about Storm, okay? There was, I know in the media business, a lot of people think that when somebody leaves, behind closed doors, there's something that happened. No, not here. Not here at all. Storm is, one of us. He always has been. I hope you know that.
Yeah, thank you.
And since Storm was available this week to join, I'm happy.
Like I said, I'm excited to be here, and I've got to, before we get into our teas here, I've got to let my mom know hi. I've seen her blowing up the comments here like 7 times saying hi. So
Wormy.
Hi, Mom.
Wormy.
It's a nickname. Let's move on.
Okay, all right. We won't embarrass you too much, so here's what's happening, though. Next here, a South Carolina resident has claimed a large prize. We'll have those details coming up.
But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter has a live look at our property maintenance First Defense weather as WNY News Now continues.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs, no matter the season. Brotherhood Property Maintenance does it all, from professional plowing during the winter months to expert landscaping all summer long. Count on Brotherhood Property Maintenance for mowing, landscaping, tree work, spring and fall cleanup, plus snow removal. Serving both commercial and residential lots, check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook or call us right now to book an appointment.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Too, by the way, just in case you didn't hear that, I know the basis of his nickname too, but I'm not going to divulge why. Here's a live look coming from the Seneca Allegheny Casino. Again, you can see the snow accumulation there and the beautiful hills of the Allegheny Mountains. But look at that temperature of 19 degrees. Nowhere near where we should be this time of the year. Hey, today would be maybe not a bad day to get out and ski before the snow comes in. All the bases are looking pretty good with pretty good surfaces, and most everybody has at least 1 to 2 inches of new snow accumulation, and there'll be more to add on top of that as we go throughout the next day or two. Daylight savings time comes up on Sunday, March 10th at 2 a.m., so make sure you set those clocks back before you go to bed on Saturday night, and because we lose an hour of sleep, but hey, we gain an extra hour of daylight. News Now Cam, mainly a cloudy day. We've seen a few little snowflakes coming down on the camera from time to time. The current temperature is only 11, double hockey sticks. Southwest wind to 17, and again with that 17 mile per hour wind, that's creating a 4-mile visibility. Look at the wind chill, 6 below zero. Ouch! It's feeling more like January than it does March. Here's First Defense Doppler, again, pretty clear across the southern tier right now, but there will be some more snow and some lake in hand snow to go through later this afternoon. Want to mention this, look at this, with a pretty much a southerly wind component and a cold air mass coming across Lake Ontario. That's got the lake excited, and look at this lake effect band coming across Lake Ontario. Of course, Lake Ontario never freezes. We think it's only frozen at least 2 or 3 times ever in record-keeping history because it's too deep. Winter weather advisory is in effect for pretty much the southern tier. That starts now and goes in effect until 4 a.m., and that is for the potential for lake-in-hand snow that comes our way with the system. We'll show that to you here on Future Scan. The model really doesn't do a good job, I don't think, picking up on it, but you can see these little scattered snow showers from time to time. And again, because there's a few patches of open water near Long Point, that will be just enough to cause maybe a slight lake effect response. And again, again, this model doesn't really show it very well, but again, do expect some lake effect snow showers and flurries throughout the afternoon and especially throughout the day tomorrow. So snowfall accumulations all the way through Thursday morning. Again, this is what we're expecting here, maybe about 2 to 4 inches. Some spots maybe upwards of 5 or 6. Again, when you get into those lake enhanced bands, that's when it turns very so again, probably about 4 to 5 inches localized nature once you get into the lake effect bands. We'll go zone by zone for you. And yeah, look at these temperatures. 15 Jamestown, 13 Little Valley. Very cold. Lake effect snow, wind chills 0 to 5 below, maybe even colder than that. Lake Erie shoreline, a little bit warmer here, but cold. Lake effect snow, very bitter wind chill. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next 7 days of your life, brought to you by Brotherhood Property Maintenance. We should be near 40. We're not near 40. You get a 15, you get a 15, you get a 15. 21 Thursday, that's a heat wave. And here we go, the 50s return with rain, but who cares? 50 luscious degrees. Sports is next, don't go away.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Tuesday, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Troy Taylor, a point guard for the Jamestown Jackals, was named the Basketball League's Player of the Week after posting his 10-point, 12-rebound, and 10-assist triple-double on Sunday night. Jamestown defeated the Albany Patroons in that game 116-99. And will be back in action on Saturday on the road against the New York Court Kings. Their next home game will be on March 15th against the Raleigh Firebirds. Later this afternoon at 5:15, the Randolph Cardinals varsity boys basketball team will take on the Middle Early College Cats in the Section 6 Class C Finals. Randolph is currently on a 4-game winning streak. On a hot streak of their own, the Middle Early College Cats have won their last 12 games. The game will be played at Buffalo State College. With the help of a 3-goal second period, the Edmonton Oilers came back from a 3-1 deficit to defeat the Buffalo Sabres 4-3 on Monday night. 4 different Oilers scored a goal, with team captain Connor McDavid assisting on 2 of them. Sabres captain Jack Eichel had a 2-goal performance in a losing effort. The Sabres remain in 5th place in the Atlantic Division with 68 points, a single point ahead of the Florida Panthers. Buffalo will be back in action on Thursday night at 8:30 as they will battle the Chicago Blackhawks. Matt and Storm, back to you.
Alrighty, Storm, thank you for that. Now, a South Carolina resident gentleman has finally come forward to claim a $1.5 billion lottery prize. Now, the winner wants to remain anonymous. Joe Ripley visited the gas station that sold that winning ticket.
It's business as usual at the KC Mart.
It's just the normal routine business, nothing excited.
You would never know this store put Simpsonville on the map.
That day was busy.
CJ Patel remembers that day over 4 months ago. Customers swarmed the store, hoping to match the Mega Millions numbers and win the $1.5 billion jackpot.
Sometimes do get, worried, but I guess he was, or whoever is winning, the ticket, they must be planning for it, so taking their time.
The winner took 18.5 weeks to claim the one-time cash payout of $877.8 million, the largest jackpot a single player has ever won.
Money changed his family for generations, It must be a heck of a thought.
The state of South Carolina gets $61 million of that in taxes, and the store that sold the winning ticket,
After taxes is going to be somewhere around 25, 23, whatever, 1,000. But we'll spend it on the renovation for the stores.
Simpsonville has gotten a little more traffic since then.
Everybody's been visiting this store trying to get a lottery ticket.
And the KC Mart makes sure people know where the winner won. Patel and customers
Wish me luck.
believe luck
I'm always going to play. Can't win if you don't play.
can stick around.
It will, many more times. That's what I believe in.
You can't, well, first, Joe, thank you for that, but you can't win if you don't play.
That's for sure. Every time that Powerball hits $1 billion, I'm gonna throw my money in. I have just as much of a chance as Joe Schmo that just won over there.
See, but I would be too scared to play because I'd be ticked off for losing once, so I definitely have to play a few more times.
Well, let's put it in perspective. How much in change do you think you throw on the ground every month?
On the ground?
On the ground, like just falling out of your pockets that you don't feel like stopping and picking up.
Well, funny story, actually. I mean, you can ask Norm and, you can ask anybody in the newsroom. A lot of stuff falls out of my pockets, doesn't it?
Yes.
Out of that hoodie. I don't understand it.
He'll be walking around the newsroom and all this stuff is falling out of his pockets, like change and money and napkins from restaurants and old receipts from stores and whatnot.
Well, what I'm getting at is when I used to just like drop my change on the floor at my house, and when I went through and picked up my entire house, I had like $20 in change just sitting on the floor that I'd thrown away the entire month. So putting that into perspective, you guys probably all have about $20 of exposable income to spend on lottery tickets.
Well, Dakota.
Well, I think the thing with me is that I have such terrible luck that I would play and keep losing, and I just get so frustrated that I just give up.
So when is there anything probability-wise that's going to happen with the weather, if that makes any sense?
Absolutely. Again, weather is mainly mathematics and physics, so if we can, let's take a look at Lynx 1, if we may. And the Climate Prediction Center updated the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook this morning, and woo, baby, we're going to be talking about a warm-up going into mid-March. Could this be, this week, the last final breath of winter? We'll see. Here comes the Brotherhood Property Maintenance 7-day. We should be near 40. Nothing like that for the remainder of the week, but hey, at least we'll get to 50 on Sunday with rain showers, but who cares if it's raining? That's 50 delectable, delicious degrees.
I almost just called you Justin. Yeah, I don't know where Justin is.
He is not here for the week.
Well,
let's just check with a couple of our commenters here before the end. Pat Klein, thank you for saying great news. Amy, you know where your son is at. We're always going to keep him moving.
Rory, sorry about your phone.
Rory, sorry about the phone. Do we got anything else to say, Matt?
I have nothing else to say other than news continues 24/7 here at WNY News Now. Have you downloaded that app? Storm Hartman, download it. Dakota, download it.
I have it.
Alrighty, well that's it for us today. We're back tomorrow. Again, news 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.
See you tomorrow.